Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be part of this webinar hosted by IPS, Institute of Policy Studies, with whom my association goes a long way back. And obviously, being an alumni of the MARSU, the Chief Executive Security Studies program of the Naval War College, Lahore, I feel really privileged to be given an opportunity to address and talk about few aspects of Indian Ocean and its competition and cooperation aspects. Well, I must also confess that although I have quite a grip on defense and strategic studies, but I am not an expert on naval warfare. So I'm looking forward to hear from my esteemed scholars here. Two aspects the topic has been given is in fact a broad and enlarged one. Conflict and cooperation, but what remains unspecified that gave me a room to ponder was to tailor it the way I can. Because cooperation is happening at the same time in the Indian Ocean region, in naval domain, and so does the competition. Now, I will flag 2-3 themes here, and obviously we'll open the floor to the other participants to give their inputs on that. First, we have to see what are the actors. From one's perspective, what we see are the critical elements in Indian Ocean maritime competition and cooperation sphere. First, most important element is a sense of competition, and at times that can turn to be an aggressive one, is a competition between China and India. If you look into the Chinese and Indians' relationship, although they enjoy very good relationship in economic spheres, but in other domains, in strategic domains specifically, their disputes remain an open secret. And it has always been on the land side based domains. On the naval side, on the water side, the threat began in late 90s and early 2003 onwards, where the Chinese, because of their growing prosperity, economic outreach, and dependence of energy supplies from the Middle East, became very concerned about the enlargement of the Indian naval crews present in that waters. And there was a mention in 2003 of the Chinese president when he called a Malaccan dilemma. What was behind it, basically, that a scenario can emerge where the Chinese means and access to the lines of communication locks is deterred by the aggressive elements, and they were pointing towards the Indian elements there. Both India and China have enlarged their naval capabilities, and India started with a very ambitious program of Blue Water Navy that was also flagged as a very sensitive and critical development from the Pakistan side. Chinese, obviously, ability remains unmatched on the vis-a-vis the Indians. And interestingly, what is Pakistan's sphere? China and Pakistan has always had a very indigenous naval presence in the waters. And our naval capabilities are very enlarged and also very much acknowledged because of the capacity and the workmanship of the Pakistan naval fleets. According to Indians, they believe, if you read the literature by Indians and their documents, they believe that Pakistan is siding with China through CPEC. Obviously, the Gwadar is the nerve center of that. And Pakistan, through its waters and its means, are enlarging the ambit of Chinese influence in that area. And they feel very nerved that there is now a two-war situation that India might face coming because of a cooperation between China and Pakistan. Now, how China and Pakistan perceives it, this is also very interesting to note. Why Chinese are concerned? First, 40% of Chinese trade goes through the Indian Ocean. One is that. Other important element that has been added to this whole prism is the presence of US. That is a very, very major actor in the Indian Ocean region. And US throwing its weight behind India, and sometimes analysts call it as a strategic signpost masters of the US, given India this role to play. So this is very unnerving for nervous element by the Chinese, and so does the Pakistan. Pakistan's basically point of view is, so does the Chinese, is that we should not be going, although on geostrategic on land, the hegemony remains a trademark of Indians' behavior. So in waters, it should not be a monopoly of one power, whether it is India or it is USA. For that purpose, Pakistan has been cooperating with China and also with other countries, very vibrant relationship, even with Turkey. And there is a regular dialogue, and Aman is a part of that one, where close to 40 countries are participating in that. Russia is also participating. So the aim is to have a sense of collective security at the sea level. So this is the primary aim, this is the primary stated aim of Pakistan, China, and other powers who are aligned with that. In the case of US, the India has also come up with this, and the US is also part of that, the quadrilateral relationship, where you have Australia, Japan, US, and India together. And so they want to quell any threats coming from China. Important part is, in the Indian Ocean region, you are facing 4 nuclear powers whose submarines are also documented. In case of Pakistan, it has not yet declared it. But India, China, and US. So this is a very threatening element. So I think I have taken quite a lot of time. I would like to conclude here is that Indian Ocean is a very, very classic case where you see the competition going on between China, India, China-Pakistan cooperation, US-India cooperation, US-China competition, and Australia, Japan in cohort with India, the competition vis-a-vis others, and also the interrelations, intermesh between these countries. So this is very important, and the most important point is that Indians think that Indian Ocean is their India part. So this feeling of making Indian Ocean as an Indian-specific ocean, or as their birthright, this has to be replaced, and only if this is replaced, you see more a collective responsibility and cooperative framework emerging in this part of the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shabana. It was very insightful discussion from your side, and the points which you have raised about India's belief of about Indian Ocean being its own ocean, and then